2/3 of Americans in exit polls say that they don't think you should run for re-election. What is your message to them, and how does that factor into your final decision about whether or not to run for re-election?
It doesn't.
What's your message to them? To those 2/3 of Americans?
Watch me.
A majority of Democrats remain adamant President Joe Biden shouldn't run for a second term in 2024.
Well, guess what? And guess what? Guess what? And guess what? Guess what? I'm running for re-election.
Come on, man.
President Biden just announced officially that he is running for re-election.
I will tell you this, the president is the best communicator that we have in the White House.
No, liar. Hey, America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to excuse me.
The guy says stuff that nobody would find tolerable if they were applying for a job at 7-Eleven.
Come on, man.
Or I don't know what job, if you were kind of vetting somebody for a job.
Mental health is no different than you break your arm or your leg. No, it really isn't. It's God's truth.
And then you heard what somebody said on tape.
Well, guess what? Mental health is a problem. It's a serious problem.
Does the president have the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue on even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States. You know, I can't even keep up with him.
I think I'm either low IQ or slow.
That is not a question that we should be even asking.
Audio has emerged of just how much direction Joe Biden needs to get from A to B, even at the most simple photo ops.
Down here?
Yes, sir. Down the ramp. And we have people lined up on the left over here. Some union leaders and workers.
Hey, guys and ladies.
Your mark is going to be the blue one to the left.
How y'all doing?
You've got a blue mark, and that's okay.
I'll stay in my blue mark, and then I'm going to say hello to each one of you.
Yes, sir. I'll help you get started.
And you can see why he needs the help. Oh, there you are. Anyway, frankly, it's all getting a little sad.
That's not normal presidential behavior.
Just look at the work that he does.
And guess what? We have 1,000 billionaires in America. You know the average tax rate they pay? 8, EIGH%. 8%. Oh, I'm serious. Well, guess what? And guess what? Well, guess what? Guess what? And guess what, by the way? Guess what? We've created more than 12,000 brand new jobs in 2 years. That's more than any president in American history has created in 4 years. In 4 years. But today I'm happy to report that the State of the Union and the state of our economy is strong.
Asked to describe where America is headed in the next year, more than 2/3 use negative words and phrases: downhill, wrong track, disaster, hard times, and uncertain. It's both sides of the aisle, folks. This isn't just one-sided.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies.
Full 71% of Americans say the nation is on the wrong track. We are in the longest sustained period of a wrong track number that high in the history of our poll. It's nearly been 2.5 years of this sustained pessimism. It's longer than the 2008 financial crisis.
I'm sending a clear message to the world. America is back.
But now, we still have comedy, though. We still have great comedy out there. There's always rambling Joe Biden. What the fuck? Joe says shit that even people with Tourette's go, no. No. What is going on? Joe is like her uncle who's on a new drug and hasn't got the dosage right. I'm proud to work with Barack America. He's not a superhero, you idiot. Come here. When FDR was on television, there was no TV back then. Come here, Joe. Sit down.
Folks, will you help me start my campaign off strong by donating today? Every generation has a moment where they have to stand up for democracy, to stand up for their fundamental freedoms. I believe this is ours. We've got a lot of work to do, a lot of progress to make in the second term, but we have to finish the job. And I can only do it with you behind me. Any amount you give will make a real difference. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Mr. President, you are the oldest president ever.
Pretty good shape, huh?
Some people are always in a hurry. They run when they could walk, race up steps when others take it slow. When Joe Biden's president, America is just going to have to keep up.
Anybody can run a TV ad. Anybody, these days, they can say anything. Nobody's fact-checking anything.
I have seen a lot of 72-year-olds not as capable as this 80-year-old.
Why would an 82-year-old Joe Biden be the right person for the most important job in the world?
Because I've acquired a hell of a lot of wisdom. I know more than the vast majority of people. I'm more experienced than anybody's ever run for the office. And I think I've proven myself to be honorable as well as also effective. Wherever fact or evidence had been demanded, the big lie has been proven to be just that, a big lie. Every single time. After being away for a couple of days, and I had these terrible headaches, was diagnosed with having anyway, they had to take the top of my head off a couple times, see if I had a brain. They had to take the top of my head off a couple times, see if I had a brain.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
And turn this primary from a campaign that's about negative attacks into one about what we're for, because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. Excuse me, we can only reelect Donald Trump.
I am the chosen one.
I will tell you this, the president is the best communicator that we have in the White House.
Biden is normal. There's craziness everywhere. When people pick up the phones, do they go, oh my God, I'm so excited about him. Hope and change. It's morning in America. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity. No. What they do is they think, he's all right. And then they go into the voting booth and they go, normalcy.
That's what I'm looking for.
America
Normalcy.
is America again.
A quick reminder, vote. Go to iwillvote.com to find out where and how.
The bottom line is, if you can't admire Joe Biden as a person, then it's probably you got a problem. You need to do some self-evaluation. Because what's not to like?